Hi, I'm Stuart. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back. Thanks for viewing my video. In this video, I give my reading update for the week of 7/26/2026 through 8/1/2026. I completed 2 books this week, so I talk briefly about those 2 books. I read part of another book, so I'll talk briefly about that book. I'll talk about my reading plans for the near future. I'll talk about the videos I released. I'll talk about the crochet project I worked on. I'll talk about the video games I played. I'll talk about the music I listened to. And I'll talk about some other things going on in my life too. The first book I completed was Open Throat by Henry Hoke. This book is told in the first person by a mountain lion. The mountain lion lives in the vicinity of the Hollywood sign above Los Angeles. He's not doing particularly well. He's lonely because there's no other mountain lions around. He is frequently hungry because there's not much big game for him to eat. He does not want to eat people. He can understand a lot of human speech. He hides during the day, and when humans walk by, he listens to them talk, and he has observations about them, sometimes amusing ones. He would like to befriend humans. Some of them he cares about. I don't know if I said, but he doesn't want to eat humans, despite being hungry a lot of the time. Won't say anything more. Hopefully I'll do a review video for this soon. I have reviewed it on Storygraph and Fable, and those reviews are generally the basis for my video reviews. But I liked it a lot. I rated it 4 stars. The second book I completed was A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. This book is told in the first person by Alex. He's 15. The story is set sometime after World War II, but the actual date isn't given. There does not appear to be much advanced technology. Basically, as the book begins, Alex and 3 other friends go on brutal crime sprees. Largely, it appears just for the kicks of it. They just enjoy doing violence. Inevitably, though, you can't keep doing that, so Alex is caught. He's sent to a prison. It's hard to say I enjoyed the book exactly, but it was compelling. One thing was interesting is that when the book was originally released in the US, the final chapter was cut out. It was released in England, and I assume other parts of the world, with that final chapter. This book restores that final chapter. The author talks about that at the beginning of the book. And this was a reread for me. I'm not positive when I read it for the first time, but I don't think that the final chapter was in the version I read, because my memory of what I thought when the book ended is not the same as my memory of the way this book ended. I ended up rating the book 4 stars. As I said, hard to say it's enjoyable, but it was compelling. As with Open Throat, I've reviewed this book on Storygraph and Fable, so hopefully I'll have a review video for it fairly soon. The book I started was Even the Good Girls Will Cry by Melissa Vanderhoff. She was the basis for both Hole and the Smashing Pumpkins. I'm about a quarter of the way through the book. I am quite enjoying it. It's been a long time since I read a rock star autobiography. And I did, back in the 90s, see Hole once and Smashing Pumpkins once. And she was kind of in at the start of a music scene going on in Montreal, and when the Smashing Pumpkins were just trying to get going. So I am enjoying this book very much. As far as my reading plans for the near future, I want to start and complete What Hunger by Catherine Dang. This is the July read for the Horror Literati Book Club, a book club created and moderated by Jen at Horror Literati. It's both a YouTube and a Discord book club. The live stream to discuss this book is taking place on Sunday, August 9th, so I do have a little time to read it. It's a fairly short book. The second book I want to start soon is Blood and Gold by Anne Rice. This is the June-July read for the Vampire Chronicles group, a group created and moderated by Lena Kobach Dragon, and currently includes Leslie at Bookers and Purrs and myself. The third book I want to start soon is Pizza Girl by Jean Kyoung Frazier. This is the August read for Weird Girls, Weirder Fiction, a Fable book club moderated by Laurie. I will also start whatever book is selected in a poll that's currently active on the Reading with a Band book club, a Fable book club creator moderated by MJ, Reading This Life at M-J on here. Once I know what that book is, I'll probably start not soon after that. I should have mentioned too that Open Throat was the July read for the Weird Girls, Weirder Fiction book club moderated by Laurie on Fable, and that A Clockwork Orange was the July read for the I'm With a Band book club, a Fable book club created and moderated by MJ, Reading This Life at M-J on here. Next, I'm going to open a piece of book mail. I know what it is, but I want to see the quality of the item. It is Blood and Gold by Anne Rice. I learned in the last live stream for the Vampire Chronicles group that the more recent versions of this book had been somewhat sanitized, so I wanted to try to get the original version. So I ordered this on eBay. Looks like it's actually a fairly good copy, a little yellowed at the edges, but looks fairly good. This is, in fact, as you can see, looking here, a first edition, so that's what I wanted. It was $9 something, not very expensive. I think the shipping was free, which was kind of weird, but so I just want to open this here because I mentioned it earlier. See, I would say this is a pretty good copy, considering it came out in 2001. It's a pretty good version for $9. Next, I just want to mention the videos I released this week. I released 3 videos. The first was my review of The Other Ancient Civilizations by Raven Todd Da Silva. The second was Reading Update for the week ending 7/25/2026. And the third was Packing Heat Book Tag, What to Pack on a Holiday. Now I want to talk about the crochet project I worked on. I completed Riker the Caribou. I think Riker came out pretty well. The antlers, especially the long ones, are a little hard for me to do because there's not that many stitches in the circle. Most of the rounds were 6. That's a little hard for me. And the fur below the nose was a little difficult too to do. So I think Riker came out pretty well. The next crochet project I'm going to work on is a pattern from Everyday Crochet, the Complete Beginner's Guide. I hope to work on it next week so that I'll have something to show in my next video. Next, I want to talk about the video game I played. I played Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. I now have 23 me, 16 I created, 7 were born. I can't remember whether the latest birth took place before my last update or for this one, but there's now 23 of them. I now have 23 of them. As far as music I listen to mainly Cat's Eye, Sarah Landry, and Ash Nico. Some others too, because I've been playing playlists that Spotify and Tidal create for me. But those are the main 3 artists. Also, I watched some of the live streams for Lollapalooza for Friday and Saturday. The artists I watched on Friday's live stream were Youngblood, the Smashing Pumpkins, and Charlie XCX, 3 artists that I've actually seen live. Although in the case of Charlie XCX, it was when she was the opening act, not the headliner she is now. Seeing the Smashing Pumpkins, after reading about them in the Even the Good Girls Will Cry book, brought me back to those alternative rock times, which they were one of the biggest artists that played alternative rock. And they are now touring, and they are obviously still a big draw because they were highly placed on the Lollapalooza stage. But I really enjoyed all sets by all 3 artists. And then Saturday I watched Ethel Cain and Olivia Dean, 2 artists I have not seen. Probably won't because it's been a while since I've been to a concert. I'd like to go again, but haven't been for a while. Sometime maybe I'll talk about why that is. But I enjoyed both their sets, and I'm going to watch some today too. Today being Sunday, August 2nd, as I record this video. As far as other things going on in my life, I got my hair cut and colored. It's very vibrant, especially right after it's colored. There was still some road work going on the street where we live, which creates a little bit of problems, although I was able to get out when I wanted. This past Wednesday, though, there was some predicted heavy rain and possible flooding, so I didn't go out then. But besides getting the haircut, I did go to the local mall and walk. Went out to eat a few times at restaurants. Watched a little bit of the WNBA. And as I said, I watched some of the Lollapalooza live streams and watched a fair amount of booktube videos. I watched a fair amount of YouTube videos, mostly booktube videos. I would be interested in knowing how your reading week went. Any books you read you particularly enjoyed, might like to recommend, or music you listen to, video games you're playing. If you'd like to share, please add a comment. If you can't think of a comment, please add a blood emoji for the blood and the blood and gold title, or an emoji of your choice. I hope you have a wonderful reading week. I hope you have a wonderful week in general. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please subscribe. Please hit the bell to get notified when I upload future videos.